All right, now, hold on. Okay, never mind. All right. So we got a new trailer from Unbound, and so I just saw this, and well, let's break it down. Let's put it. Let's make it a bit bigger, like that. All right. I'm just showing the trailer first. I'm gonna break down exactly how I think the driving physics would be. And this looks interesting, but at the same time, this can also look deceiving. So just looking at the trailer first, seems cool, seems good and all. Now this, I don't know so much about this. Let's see, what is this about? You got a calendar, apparently, and there's challenges. So you still got the money system, the heat system. I'm guessing that's your car class system, which looks kind of, yeah. So it looks like they're kind of taking inspiration a little bit from Horizon. Maybe, I don't know. But looking at that, it looks kind of cool that they do that. So that's a bit cool. See, you can see there's B there, and this is the A to Esther a game or whatever, right? I don't know. But as you can see, so they bring back the day and night system, which is pretty cool. It's pretty obvious here. So this is the daytime, and it's all money, and then it's the nighttime. You got the heat system, and the nighttime again. It's a bit of money, and then there's cars. It looks like there's gonna be pink slips, which is pretty cool. It looks pretty cool, you know. Now, yeah, let's keep going. Yeah, look. This is like straight out of Horizon. Now, the problem with this is it can either be very good or it can either be very bad. See, the problem with Horizon 5 is that implementing the system, a lot of people disagree because this means you have to like play the game to get the new cars. Now, again, auction house does exist, but the problem with auction house in that game, nobody wants to sell the new cars. And even if they do, you know, they sell it for million credits, millions and millions of credits. Basically, just pretty much gatekeeping these cars to from new players, like from casual players. The only people that would have those kinds of money in Horizon games are the hardcore players that plays every day. Which, and I'm one of those people. I know how the game works. It's pretty shitty. They force people, but it's a good marketing tactic because that means like people have to like keep playing the game, and it's pretty good for metrics, right? Now, looking at this, they might be doing the same thing. See, you got the calendar, and you got the challenges. This may be like online specific. Hopefully, it's online specific. And if this is like an offline, this is a single player thing. This might be like non-progressive. And by that I mean it doesn't follow your real-time calendar and stuff, which is good. if that's the case. But if that's not the case, then we might have a problem. And yeah, it does look like, you get rare cars or whatnot. It's pretty cool. See you week 3. Well, apparently there's heat level at daytime too. This means this can mean quite something. Either this is challenge based, or this indicates that you also can get chase during daytime. So in the previous game in Heat, the way the heat system works are completely different during the day and during the nighttime. Now, during the daytime, you basically have no heat system. The cops don't care, and the cops rarely spawns during daytime. And so the only way you can trigger heat at daytime is to find a cop, roaming cop, if you're lucky, and then just ram them, and then you get one heat. Now, I never explored how far you can go because most of the time, like they're pretty bad, and the cops are pretty bad. Then at nighttime, you're constantly on a heat level. It does start from 0, and from 0, no one's gonna chase you, which is cool. That means you can still roam the nighttime without any distractions, which is the thing that I like about Heat. But yeah, the moment like you start going a bit too fast or whatever, the heat, they're gonna add up until you gain a heat level. So that's how that works in nighttime. In Heat, Need for Speed Heat. So yeah, this is interesting. There's a dice roll there. There might be getting. There might be gacha system. Hopefully not. No, the dice feels like you can pull something out. Yeah, like literally a dice roll. Now, hopefully not. It's like a wheel spin on Horizon. Hopefully that's not. Hopefully that's just a a common reward kind of thing with like wheel spins and Horizon 5. The wheel spins like it's fine, but now like it's starting to become more catered for online experience, which judging by this right here, it does look like is gonna be there's gonna be online specific modes. Maybe not. We still don't know. The game's not out yet. But yeah, if this is gonna be an online thing, I guess it's fine. Like I said, right, if it's an offline thing, you gotta make it like non-progressive or whatever. So that's cool. Wait. Sorry, I just want to see every week. Whoa, okay. Let's go frame by frame here. Where is it? Where's the frame? Yeah. See, this is very interesting. No. What is it? Investigating further into this mechanic. This seems very interesting. This kind of either mean a lot, or it doesn't mean anything at all. But yeah, again, we'll see. No, sorry. Again, see more dice things. Yeah, same thing. So here they're displaying that you can, no anime effect there. There was a little bit like the little sparks at the wheels. before, but then like you see the flames from exhaust. There's not really a anime effect there. So yes, they do confirm that you can turn off that effect. So that's kind of cool. Rival. So now this is interesting. Challenge racer for your chance to win extra cash. Now this looks like nothing. Nothing. This is like nothing game break. This is like nothing revolutionary or whatever. No, it just looks like the time trial event in Heat, maybe. So basically, just you have a leaderboard now. Maybe that's what it is. Or maybe these are AIs, specific AI that's like kind of like copying the blacklist system from Most Wanted 05. Maybe. We don't know yet. See, the way I look at this might be a weekly event. And like every week we're gonna have different types of AI, different types of difficulties that we can cycle through. That would be very cool if that is what's gonna happen. All right, continuing on. Hmm. See, right. See, the thing that I would like is a 1v1s. And the old games, back in the days, right back in the days, you can set the amount of opponents you can have in a race. Right back in the underground days, underground 2, at the quick race setting, you can set how many people you want to fight with. That's a cool feature. Right. I would really love a 1v1 system. Or, just a system where you can just set how many players you want to fight or whatever. Because I really want to see 1v1s. That's like a cool racing aspect. I mean, it's just that's like pure racing right there. When there's just too much cars, it's kind of feel like a little bit too crowded, a little bit too, and yeah, it's a bit too crowded for like a street race, right? Because like back in the days, it's not really a lot of cars that goes together in a street race. Mostly it's just either 1v1 or 4 at max or whatever. But yeah. Damn, 200k. No risk, no reward. Alright, now to talk about the handling physics. If you watch my previous video, for whatever reason you did, because that is that thing is so unhinged. And I made that for myself, so I doubt that anybody watched that video, but if you did, for whatever reason, I talked a lot about the handling physics in Need for Speed games for the past 10 years. Alright, now. This is... Take a look again at the trailer here. Now, this is interesting. Right out of the gate, we see something interesting here. Now, does this mean that, after 10 years of Break to Drift, we can finally spin our car out again? Now, if you don't know, in Heat, no matter how hard you try with the base vanilla handling physics, No matter how hard you try, you cannot spin out your car. No matter how hard, no matter what configuration, if you try to spin out your car, it does a U-turn set or a J-turn or whatever that drift called is called. But you couldn't get this. You couldn't get this. You couldn't spin out like this as much. See, the tail end goes back out very far. You can't do that in heat. If you have heat right now installed, like let's go test it out. Let's go try and get your car to spin out and go into reverse. 100% of the time you can't do that. Now this is interesting because this kind of implies that you can spin out, which means which means that they have completely overhauled the handling physics. So this is interesting. And see, you can just you can do a 360 now. That's very interesting. Now going further into the trailer again, we see this. Nothing much here. This is mostly scripted. But then this right here, this is interesting. Alright, let's go back. So, my impression here, well, first of all, there's pedestrians. Look at that. There's peds. We finally have peds in Need for Speed games. That's crazy. This is very new. Now, this is really cool now. We have peds in a Need for Speed game. Now, like before, in past racing games, there's not been much of a they haven't really implemented pedestrians very well in past video games because, it's about, you don't want to make a racing game violent. You don't want to make a GTA, right? You don't want to make Grand Theft Auto. So, there's only been one game that I know so far that have implemented pedestrians pretty well. That is I'm pretty sure you guys know, The Crew. So, in The Crew, there's peds walking around. So, what they do is, because you don't want to kill peds, what they do is, no matter how hard you try to kill them, no matter how hard you try to run over them, they're just gonna magically move out of the way. Now we can see this in this trailer right here. Right here. Right? It just senses the distance of the car and to the ped, and it's just magically moved away. Look. You cannot kill the peds. Now, again, this is pretty cool. Because for the longest time, Need for Speed has always felt dead because of the lack of peds. And now they've implemented the crew system, and a bit thankful for that. Now it actually felt the city's gonna feel more alive now, and that's amazing. Now, from the look of this, from a very brief look of this, now this looks like the anime effect as well. And from all the impressions that we've got, it seems like all like a human model in this game is gonna be. It's not gonna be like a realistic CG or whatever, right? It's gonna be like animated hand-drawn effect. Like, I'm fine with that. That's pretty cool, actually. Have the whole anime effect. I don't care. It might be a big deal for people. But hopefully you can turn this off. You should be. It's a modern game. Why can't we have customizations in modern games anymore? Because they clearly show us that, there's a lot to be modified with the car, so you should be able to modify the graphic effects and stuff as well. Right, moving on again, back to the whole handling thing. see, from what I see here, is like it looks like the car looks kind of responsive now. And back at like low speed, you see it just swerve through, and he can immediately like counter steer again. Now, in previous games, it does feel a little bit hard. Like it feels pretty hard to just do this, right? So you got the brake, and it doesn't drift. It doesn't brake drift in the current games. If you try to brake and turn, you might enter a drift state. You might not, right? So what this tells me is that we might have grip handling, and might have a good grip handling back, and this is exciting. See the whole where the part where he swerves, that does look pretty good. That does look quite promising. There's heat level 5 there. The cravats are back because why not? Yeah, they've been iconic for the most part of this game's lifespan, so why not just put them back? You guys just realize SUVs, or rhinos. I don't know why I call it SUV, but yeah, rhinos are back in the form of F-150 or a Dodge Ram, or I don't know. This looks like an F-150 to me. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Alright, now, okay, now this is interesting because what this means is like there's still some sort of a drifting mechanic here, but we can't really tell whether this is handbrake turn or this is gonna be brake drift. That does look like a handbrake turn from back in underground, which to me seems like pretty good because that kind of handbrake turn, you know, it fits very well for an arcade game, for like Need for Speed games, because that's what they've been doing for so long. See, there's counter steering here, which means we might actually have good driving physics. Now this does look very promising, bro. This is a throwback as well. The the bridge ramp is like I like to think of this as an homage to like Underground 1, where like they have this kind of ramp in the city, like in a racetrack. This is pretty cool. It's kind of like an Easter egg. This is pretty cool. See, that looks promising. You see that little bounce there that happened? Go back. Go back. See that little bounce here? This shows, to me, this looks like they actually implemented like independent car physics. Because like in the past games, it doesn't feel like the car's physics is very much independent of the handling physics. Like it feels like they're mushing to one. So like the bounciness of the car or whatever, when you take off, is part of the handling physics as well. But now it looks like the car's gravity has its own physics. The car's like grip handling and all that has its own physics as well. Now this feels very interesting. Wait, there's a little bounce there. Like slides around a little bit. You know, it does look kind of promising. This is a cool car, by the way. What is it? This is the Crown Vic, it looks like. This looks very cool. Just modify it like that. I'm quite excited for the customizations that's gonna be in this game. It's gonna be pretty wild. Yeah. It seems like some sort of a NASCAR like a NASCAR body kit. That is pretty cool. See, look at how the car like swerves around. Like I said, this does look kind of promising. The handling physics. Yeah, not like the car doesn't swerve around in past games, but it doesn't look as smooth as this. And then we talked about this earlier. That's pretty cool. Now the launch system. Now this is a big deal in the previous game as well. In Heat, launching the car. At first, it's just constant wheel spins. It feels like you're not even gonna take off for like a minute. So, what? Now this doesn't look as promising as well because right here you can see the guy uses NOS. The guy uses nitrous to like take off, but he does go very fast at the start. And it does seems like he's taking on he's taking over a lot of people there. Which to me seems like, launch system is actually going to work properly this time. And that's pretty cool. Can we talk about this earlier? Yo, look at that though. Look at the customizations on the cars. Look at that. Dude, we got the 240Z! Yeah! That's a cool looking 240Z there. Wow. And then the EK9. Let's look at that. That has a pizza on it. This looks like we can finally like custom paint the wheels, perhaps. Maybe it's gonna look very interesting. The customization is gonna be really good. That looks like an S14 with the whatever that body kit is called. I don't remember. The box body kit. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't know if you guys catch on to that, but something weird is happening. Look at the Z. Look at that. Look at the wheels there. What's it doing there, huh? Because this part is interesting. Remember how I said like it looks like it has a floaty, a more responsive physics. Now, seeing this right here, seeing how hard the Mustang tries like turns into the shortcut there. Now this feels more like a Heat handling. Now, this here doesn't look too good. Now I don't know if the players is bad, right? If the game testers is bad here. Or, different cars might have very different handling physics. And this is part of the product. But this feels more like a Heat responsiveness and doesn't look good. Again, this is why I said at first the handling physics earlier looks kind of deceiving. Because I saw this, it's like, that's not turning too well. So, we don't know. And over here, that's really nothing. This is all like pre-recorded, like scripted. Because they don't bother to put more gameplay footage because they don't want to risk people losing interest or whatever. But yeah, overall, it looks promising. But I still wouldn't get my hopes up too much from last time. Because from the looks of it, it still doesn't look perfect. It still looks very, very clunky. And that's not too good. But, it doesn't mean it's gonna be bad. Like I said, the game can be good. The game can be as good as it can be. The game can have like the most amazing story ever. Or whatnot. The game can literally be game of the year. But if the handling physics isn't done well, I couldn't play the game. I couldn't replay. The replayability function of this game is not gonna be too good for me personally. But yeah, that was very interesting. And yeah, this does look pretty promising. But again, I wouldn't get my hopes too much yet. There's still like a month and a half before this comes out, and it's just before December 2 we got Ragnarok. Pretty much next month we got Ragnarok, and that's not a racing game, but that's game of the year, maybe if it can compete with Elden Ring, and that's pretty cool. And I look forward to that. And I guess that's it. I don't know what else to show you. Uh, yeah, good games. Good games are coming, and hopefully Unbound would be a good game because I love this franchise. Yeah.